Hi, I'm Abby Harper, and this is my updated video for the Ana Garcia case. Ana Garcia was a 20-year-old undergraduate student who worked in the Gentry Life Science building. We do not know much about what happened the morning of her death, but we do know what happened the night and afternoon before. Based on the digital evidence from Ana's phone, I know that Ana grabbed coffee around 18 hours before her death. I also know she was finishing up labs in the science building and heading home 14 hours before her death. She also studied with Dominique at 5:30 p.m. the day before she died. Ana was found in the Gentry Life Science building around 10 a.m. by her classmate Taylor Diaz. Diaz called 911 and the police began securing the scene around 10:10 a.m. The scene consisted of Ana laying on the ground about 1 foot away from the table. There's also blood splatter found on and below the table. There was an overturned flask by Ana's hand about 5 inches away. There were also blowflies in Ana's nose and mouth, as well as a note in her pocket that read, "See you later." Strands of hair were also found on Ana's shirt. We were also able to pick up Ana's phone from the table. The evidence we collected was the note in Ana's pocket, the blood splatters, the hair on Ana's shirt, and her phone. We were also able to find fingerprints. Now, on to our persons of interest. Our persons of interest include Eric Pidmoit, who's 20. He is Ana's boyfriend, and they were recently seen arguing. Dominique Hall, 19. She is Ana's classmate, and they are both known to be very competitive. Ana won a prestigious scholarship that Dominique wanted. Our next suspect is Taylor Diaz, 19. He was the one who found Ana in the science building. Then we have Dr. Elise Opel. She refused to write a recommendation letter for Ana's scholarship application. They were known to have a friendly working relationship, though. Finally, we have Sam Green, who's 20. She is Ana's soccer teammate, and they seemed to fight during one of the practices. I feel like Eric is not trustworthy because on 2 of his polygraph questions about Ana, which were, did you kill Ana and was the last time you saw Ana at 12 o'clock p.m., his data was all over and higher compared to his baseline data. For Dominique, I feel like her statements about when she saw Ana and that her and Ana were getting along were not true, because in her baseline data, she has very big spikes, but in her relevant data, her data was very calm. Taylor seems fairly good with the polygraph because there were no major changes compared to his baseline data. For Dr. Elise Opel, I believe that she's only lying about the last time she saw Ana. This is because her data has a steady incline compared to her baseline data. Finally, Sam Green. I feel like she's cleared for the polygraph. Her baseline data and relevant data were very similar. Now on to extra evidence. From the digital evidence, we had found some mean text from Sam to Ana on Ana's phone around 4 o'clock the day before she died. One of these texts included, "Just stay away from me at practice." We also found texts from Dominique congratulating Ana on winning the scholarship. These texts were not very friendly. They were very cold. We also found out that Ana got notified of her scholarship the day before she died as well. The indications from the hair, blood, and fingerprint evidence were not looking good towards Eric. Granted, him and Ana have a lot of similarities. His hair looks very similar to hers. But I'm not ruling it out. Under the microscope, his hair and Ana's were the only hairs that looked similar to the crime scene sample. The fingerprint found at the crime scene did belong to Eric, concluding that he must have been there even if he didn't commit the crime. His blood type, along with Ana's and Dominique's, was found. The DNA evidence did conclude that the blood was Ana's due to the crime scene DNA matching up with her DNA on the gel extraphoresis. This does not rule out Eric, though. I do believe he killed Ana in just an angry fit of rage when he was mad at her. The fingerprint is pretty conclusive, saying that he was there even if he didn't commit the crime. My next step would be looking at the autopsy to see how the blowflies got into Ana's system, and also looking at the autopsy to see if there are any extra methods used to try and harm her, such as strangulation or being hit on the head. I'd also like to see if the Gentry Life Science building has cameras, because that'd be able to rule out suspects to see if they were even there at that time in that building. That's all I have, Commissioner. See you next time.